So, Elimination Chamber just concluded. I wanted to wait to make this video until after it concluded so I can gather my thoughts and just kind of go from there. This is how I would book the road to WrestleMania from Elimination Chamber for the next 6 weeks until we hit April 2nd, WrestleMania. Let's go.
Always ready! This is the final hour of all your standard. And a chance to leave, but they threw it away. It's time to show that we won't know.
Oh my gosh, Austin Theory's dead. Austin Theory's dead. Brock Lesnar just F5'd him off the... Oh my gosh. You know, I low-key was kind of thinking that maybe Austin Theory would pull out the victory here, but no, it's not going to happen. Dude, Lesnar's really going to win the title. 1, 2, 3. They're really going to do title for title at Mania, huh? Oh my God. Poor Lashley, he wasn't even in the match. He got kicked in the pod, the head, and concussions, and... They're really gonna do title for title. Oh my God, that means Roman Reigns is gonna win both titles. As you just saw after my intro there, that was my reaction to Brock Lesnar defeating Austin Theory in the Elimination Chamber match when it just came down to those two. It was insane. I looked at, like, when I was watching that, I thought to myself the entire time, oh my gosh, is Austin Theory probably going to pull something out? Is he going to maybe pull out his phone and blind Lesnar with a flashlight on it? Like, I don't know. But as soon as the huge F5 off of the pod, that was when I was like, okay, Lesnar's most definitely taking this. No way that Austin Theory is going to win the WWE title right here. And so, because we are where we are now here, I'm going to adjust the camera so you can kind of get my little visual graphic on my match card for the road to WrestleMania and how I would get there. So, I have all my notes here on my phone. That's not the right notes. There we are. We got my Mania card. So, for the... it's really interesting to me because there's a two nights. WrestleMania's 2 nights again this year, like it has been for the past 2 years. I don't know how they're going to do this. There's not really a lot of matches I can see them making with what they have going on here. So that's going to be really interesting. So actually, while I'm looking at this, I know I have to delete a match that I had on there because now it's official that there's going to be the Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for the champion versus champion. I don't know if they'll make a title for title. Maybe they will. I don't know. But as you'll see on my match card here, it's not up there yet, but you'll see as it goes on. So, first off, I want to start mainly with the titles. The U.S. title, Intercontinental title, tag titles, women's titles, all that. So, okay, let me just prepare myself. So, to start this, I'm going to go with the U.S. title. And there was the reports that Cody Rhodes is no longer with All Elite Wrestling. The current champion, Damien Priest. This is Saturday still. It is still Saturday. Cody Rhodes still is yet to sign a contract with the WWE. He has not signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling. He is a free agent. He is officially on his own. So what that means is we could see Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And I'm not going to be like the WWE right now where they say every single match is going to be the main event of WrestleMania. No, that was what the point of the Royal Rumble matches were. Because I'm pretty sure night one main event's going to be Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, because why wouldn't they do that? They did that last year with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. And that was fantastic, so why not do that again? Like, have the women's match main event and then the men's world title main event the next night for night 2. So that's really interesting to me that they said, because like when Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber, they said, oh, they're going to go to the main event of WrestleMania. They're saying so many matches are going to be the main event of WrestleMania. We don't know exactly what match is going to be the main event of WrestleMania yet. We still have 6 weeks to determine all that. We don't even know who's facing everybody. So, going back to this, Cody Rhodes. I do think that he will come to the WWE. Maybe if it's even for one match. One quick little run. To kind of put himself out there to say, hey, I know that I just created this rival company for you, WWE, but I want to help you out because you have been so down in the dumps. I'm willing to help you out. And in the process, I'll put a guy over without having to beat him like he did in All Elite Wrestling. So, that match, I would have Damien Priest, who is the current United States champion, face off against Cody Rhodes. And how I would set this up is Cody Rhodes, Damien Priest, he can have like a one-on-one match on Raw. And then out comes Cody Rhodes. And they call him the American Nightmare. Imagine he won the U.S. title. Mania. I don't know. He can fight for it. I don't necessarily say he's going to win it. I do think that if that match happens, Damien Priest will win. Because I know for a fact that WWE is not going to put over Cody Rhodes like that. He'll probably be that guy to like help build the other talent like John Cena with Roman Reigns and all that other cool stuff. So yeah, that match is set in my mind. It is going to be Cody Rhodes, Damien Priest, United States title. Damien Priest walks out of WrestleMania with the United States title. And I don't care which night it's on. That could happen on either night. It could be a show opener. It can be a pre-main event, like the one before the match before the main event or something. I don't know. But all right, now I'm gonna move on to the Intercontinental title, the title that has lost so much. Relevancy. It's lost its relevancy throughout the last few years. I want to say The Miz was the last person to help make it relevant again. But it's whatever, You got to move on because we have the road to WrestleMania here. And I do think that there can be Sami Zayn, who just won the Intercontinental title last night on SmackDown. Well, technically a week before, but it was in real time. It was a week before, but he actually won it in WWE land last night because it was a pre-taped show. So I've been hearing the reports of Kevin Owens and Stone Cold. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, WrestleMania match 2 is going to happen, and this time it could be for the Intercontinental title. Maybe they can do a little swapperoo of rosters, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they can do like a little, like, oh, we need wild card rule again. Oh, I don't know. But I do think somehow Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will have a WrestleMania match for the Intercontinental title. And that would be awesome to have. I would love to see it happen, especially because of the banger they put on last year at WrestleMania. Sure, it may have had like Logan Paul in there. That kind of was really interesting to me. But yeah. Next. Now, I know that they're going to do the WWE title and Universal title at WrestleMania, the main event, overall main event of like the night 2, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. But I do think that Bobby Lashley is going to get his rematch for the WWE title, and it will be on night 1 of WrestleMania, whether it is the opener, whether it is the pre-main event to the women's title. I don't know, but I do think that Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley are going to have another match, and this time it won't have anything to do with Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, anybody getting involved. It'll be a clear, clean-cut victory for Bobby Lashley. I know Bobby Lashley left WrestleMania last year as the WWE champion, but I don't see him not leaving WrestleMania without some sort of victory, whether it's over Brock Lesnar, whether it's over Roman Reigns, I don't know. But I do think that they should go down the path of should have Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar for the WWE title, but that would be night one. I would say that would be night one, because then they can do, because Brock Lesnar, no matter what, is going to be facing Roman Reigns, whether it's title for title or just the Universal title and the WWE title being on the line. So yeah, that is what I think will happen there. Now I'm going to switch to tag titles. I think it's time to combine the tag team division. I think that they should finally go through with having the Raw tag titles and the SmackDown tag titles combined. Maybe make a new title, you know, like maybe a new design for the titles, whether it's going back to the penny belts that they had a few years ago. But I do think that, see, because today at Elimination Chamber, the Viking Raiders did not have their match against the Usos, so I think that they're going to have their match. Usos will win, but this won't be at WrestleMania. This will be like on a SmackDown or something before. And I think that the Usos are going to retain. Eventually, they're going to beat the Viking Raiders. And they can have, I don't necessarily have like a set team per se to do it, because quite honestly, I forgot who even the tag champs were, and I remembered, oh yeah, it's Alpha Academy and the Usos. And I don't think they are gonna do that heel versus heel title combining match. Like I know they've done heel versus heel quite a bit, especially with like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, because Brock Lesnar was not a good guy necessarily when he came back. Now he's most definitely a good guy, but I don't know. I do see them combining the tag titles. I don't know if it's going to be in the near future, but it'll happen eventually, especially considering the lack of tag teams they have now in the WWE. If it were to happen, I would see them doing Alpha Academy and the Usos coming out on top. So that way, when I talk later on, you'll see what I mean. So, like I said, they are going to have Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the title, but say Bobby Lashley does not get his rematch at night one of WrestleMania and he does not walk away with the WWE title, I do think that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar will end with Roman Reigns standing tall as your WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. And you know for a fact that's what they're going to call it if they combine them. Maybe they'll just do like a Raw SmackDown Women's title thing, like with Becky Lynch. You know, they'll have Roman keep one title, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll just, I don't know. Because then that's my mindset right here, is that the Usos can have both titles, and then Roman can have both titles, kind of ruling over both Raw and SmackDown, even though they aren't necessarily on Raw, but I do see them coming out on top as I do see Roman coming out on top, the victor in that scenario. Brock Lesnar probably take a few months off, come back for SummerSlam. I don't know. But that's my mind there, is that Roman Reigns will walk out as the WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion if they do that. And I think, in my mind, the Universal title is not a world title. But if they wind up doing this, I will officially see the Universal title as a world title in the WWE. So, and, okay. Another thing that I had here, because they are doing Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch for the title, I think what they should do as the main event is have they're going to have the night one match between Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair will lose, and then not Sasha Banks. Why do I keep saying Sasha Banks? Becky Lynch will demand to be added to the SmackDown. Wait, no. Reverse that. I just thought about that. So, maybe they don't do Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair as the main event of night one. Night one can be main evented with Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. And they can have Bianca Belair come out on top as the loser. I mean, does not come out on top. Becky Lynch will come out on top, still the winner, still the champion, and then she will demand to be added to the Ronda Rousey Charlotte Flair match, WrestleMania Night 2, thus giving us Triple Threat 2, Night 2. And I do see the victor on that being Ronda Rousey. Why do I say that? Because Ronda Rousey was the one who got pinned in the first triple threat match they had. And I don't know, I would love to see that happen again. Like, it's kind of like the TLC, like Hardy's, Dudley's, Edge and Christian. I would love to see multiple more matches like that. Whether it's at SummerSlam, whether it's at WrestleMania, I would love to see another champion for champion, winner take all type scenario in the triple threat match. Or maybe even make it a fatal 4-way and add Bianca Belair into the mix. That would be amazing as well. I would love to see that. So yeah, that's basically my mindset for the women's title matches. But yeah, overall, it will have Ronda Rousey coming out on top. It'll have her being both SmackDown and Raw Women's champions, and that outcome. Now, in a pre-show type scenario, I would love to see a 24/7, like, not the Andre Battle Royal, but like a 24/7 like not gauntlet, like I don't know, like a Battle Royal types thing. Even though it's not going to be the Andre the Giant match, you know? And if they do the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I do think... No, before I get to the Andre Battle Royal, I think they should do Edge and AJ Styles. Edge and AJ Styles, and just because that would be a banger of a match. Anybody can say that. AJ Styles, that's a dream match that everybody's been wanting to see since AJ Styles got here and since Edge returned, is AJ Styles and Edge. Whether it's at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, SmackDown, Raw, anywhere. You know, that would just be a fantastic match to witness. It would be a fantastic match overall. I think in the Meltzer scale, it could be a 5-star match, especially because Edge can still go and AJ never stopped. So, yeah. So now going to the Battle Royals. If they don't do the Edge and AJ Styles, I do see AJ Styles potentially coming out on top as the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. However, if they do wind up doing Edge and AJ Styles, I can see maybe, this is kind of just off the top of my head, like Drew Gulak or somebody coming out on top, because, or R-Truth maybe even. And going back to the 24/7 title, I can probably see like Reggie winning that. That could be like an intergender match, you know. Maybe you can have like and come down to like Reggie and Dana Brooke, like they have been doing their thing on Raw lately, and they can go from there. I don't know. Overall, I would love to see a 24/7 title match, like Battle Royal type scenario, intergender, and yeah, that's that. I don't have a women's tag title match set up because I just don't care for those titles. They should honestly just get rid of them. Combine them with the women's titles for all I care. I don't care. Get rid of them. They are not needed right now. Maybe if they can keep the NXT ones, because they use the NXT ones. They don't use the women's tag titles on the main roster. Like Zelina Vega and Carmella, they've been champions, and how many times have they defended it? Like, come on now. Think about it. So, and yeah. And then for the women's battle royal, Liv Morgan. That's how that would go. Liv Morgan coming out on top for that. So, if you think that I missed any kind of matches or anything, just let me know. I know I kind of sped run through this because I didn't really want to make this a long video. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Big Pro Wrestle Talk Network here on YouTube. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Stay cool and enjoy some wrestling, because it's going to get very interesting these next few weeks.
Won't take it back from me, the good and bad, 'cause you are